What made you choose a major you're in now and why?
What made me choose the major that I'm in now? Well, I'm gonna have to go back to my childhood. Like as a child, I always wanted to be like a movie producer. So growing up, I never really too much paid attention to cartoons or played games. I always watched movies and music videos because it was always kind of like a passion. So as a child, I always wanted to write and produce movies. So when I went to college, I initially was supposed to go to an art school, but it was kind of far away, and Mississippi State was more convenient. So I ended up going to Mississippi State, and I was in management. But then my passion for management kind of like deceased over time. But I always still had that passion of being a movie producer. And I found out that we had a communication department, so I went over to the communication department and ended up majoring in broadcasting. So, once I started majoring in broadcasting, I got a chance to take classes like TV production and broadcast performance and advanced TV production. So, kind of like in tune to me and to that side of me that I always want to be a movie producer.
As a younger child, who would you call your role model?
As a younger child, my role models. First off, I had to say my mother. My mother and my grandparents. They were my support team. So, of course, hands down, they were my role models. Just starting up because those were the ones that I could pull from and those were the ones I could look up to. But as like entertainment type role model, I'm going to have to say Michael Jordan and Will Smith were my role models because Michael Jordan, at his time and in his prime, he was the best. And he had that competitor edge where he was just a competitor. And me personally, I'm a competitor. I never want to be second to nobody in anything I do. So it kind of like I molded some things I do in life based on how Michael Jordan did his thing when he was playing basketball. And Will Smith, I mean, at the time, Will Smith was like the best out the out. And he perfected his craft. So it's kind of like I always looked at Michael Jordan and Will Smith as kind of like black role models because of what they did and what they brought to the black community and how they perfected their craft.
If you can go back and change anything in life, what would it be and why?
If I can go back and change anything in life, I would have to say I really wouldn't change nothing. It's just some things I would do better and could do better. For as in, if I can go back and change anything, I'd go back to education. Because education is very vital for any child and any person. So it's kind of like when I was in high school, when I got B's, I was comfortable. I knew I had passed the class. But if I could change that, I would let my competitive edge push me into getting an A and everything. And then they could have opened up more doors for scholarships and just more experiences. So maybe I could have went to the art school with an academic scholarship instead of having to pay out of pocket. Or maybe I could have went to state on an academic scholarship. So if I could have changed anything, I'd have in tune myself more into the education side of things